Okay, let's jump into this, guys. Welcome back to our final day of the 5-day revenue boost challenge. Really grateful for everyone that has stuck with me for this challenge and anybody that's watching on the live stream. Today, I want to discuss in depth staying motivated and how to maintain long-term success. All right, so today we'll be bringing everything together that we've discussed and how to maintain our momentum and stay motivated and scale your results. All right. So hopefully everybody that's been listening in and viewing this training has been able to take some heavy and some quality takeaways and is actually in position now to take immediate action, immediate imperfect action. So I want to share with you guys kind of a formula that I've used and that's worked for me for a very long time in terms of staying motivated. All right. The end really kind of keeping on track with what my goals are. Okay. First thing is understanding that we're running a marathon here. All right. It's not a race. We want to think about everything as being just a next step. Okay. We want to master the thing that we're focusing in on, and we want to avoid shiny objects. We want to avoid distractions that get us away from doing the thing that's going to get the biggest result. All right. So for guys that are out there that are listening, if you came to this call and you were attracted to generating more revenue, it's obviously because you needed to add more leads, have a better sales process. There's something that's missing that you want to improve. Okay. So in order to stay motivated, in order to actually get this implemented, we need to be focused. Okay. A lot of times, what happens is we get distracted with other shiny objects and we lose our momentum on this. And today, what I want to go through is just how much is that costing you? Okay. How much is that setting you back? Not following through with some of these actions that we've set out over the last few days. Okay. Another big thing is the importance of coaching and community. I've been a contractor over 23 years. I was coached for over a decade. I still have coaches. I still have mentors. I still actively work on improving myself and improving my business. And again, it never stops. All right. If you are investing in yourself, you are inadvertently also investing in your business. And again, it allows us to maintain results. It allows us to add results to it. I can't stress to you how important it is to have a community, especially when we're facing challenges, right? Having a group of people going through the same experience, being able to share that experience, being able to, get information that allows you to get past roadblocks. Bottom line here, you don't have to live on an island, right? Being a being an entrepreneur in general is a lonely a lonely road, right? Not a lot of people that are that are there to support you and that have any idea of what you're experiencing. All right. So we want to also be able to deal with setbacks on your roadmap and scale your results. Okay. So how to keep motivated and keep up the motivation. This is really kind of the key, right? So first one is, surround yourself with people on the same journey. Coaches, communities can make all the difference. So here at the Contractor AI, we kind of boast that we have a pretty open community. Of course, you can join some of our programs, but I'm not going to hard push that. But in general, check out our Facebook group, check out our Facebook page. We're there to help. Again, you don't have to go alone. Okay. And again, what would be the benefits of having a coaching community? Why does it matter? Okay. A lot of people maybe misunderstand this as again, really giving information. In my opinion, information is free. If we really want the information, it's out there. Nothing I'm sharing with you is new or hasn't been said before. Really, what we bring to the table here is accountability and actual proven systems that keep you moving forward. All right. That's the key here, right? Having somebody that's got your back and actually having systems in the next play for you. I feel like that's going to give you the momentum. It's going to keep your results in place. And hopefully I've been able to communicate that with you guys throughout this challenge. So the key elements of a strong offer, you're no longer doing it this alone. Proven systems that take the guesswork out of what to do next. Coaching that gives you an extra push when motivation dips. All right. So real life examples, why you've hit a dry spell, or when you hit a dry spell and your leads aren't coming in as quickly as you want. a group coaching can keep you connected with other businesses owners who are dealing with the same challenges. Okay, so that's a good example. But what I want to talk to you guys really about, and what I'm going to share an SOP with you. And this is, again, this isn't pushing the coaching program. This is just literally looking at the cost of inaction versus taking immediate imperfect action. Right. Most of the challenge that most contractors face and that I see is that we get a world of information. Right. We can all agree there's a lot of information about all this stuff. Okay. But when it really comes down to it, a lot of us waste our time with, coming up with more or needing more information and needing more support. It can almost be a deterrent. And I know we overthink these things, right? Rather than just taking immediate action. So I want you guys to understand that it's okay to sometimes take imperfect action. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, it very rarely is, even if you do plan it. Okay. We have to go into this situation understanding that we want to get a result. We want to take the next step. All right. Really just kind of facing over that cliff and going for it. That's really what's important. So let's kind of take a look at that. Like, what is the loss that you face? All right. So let's just take this scenario of whether you implement the things we've talked about or not. Okay. So we can all agree you could just continue to do what you're doing, right? You can just stay where you're at. So let's look at the benefits of that, right? So the benefits of just kind of staying where you're at. Short-term comfort, right? We can all admit that's a pretty comfortable space to stay in. It's safe. You already know what you're going to get, right? There's zero learning. You don't have to really stress yourself with learning anything new, right? I guess that's a benefit. Lost opportunities. I mean, every day in action means lost revenue, missed clients, deals, and delayed growth, right? There's no real progress to it. Um, you know, they're sort of just kind of holding your pattern. So nothing really is going to change in your world. For some people, that might be exactly what you're looking for, right? Um, but over time, obviously, this is going to compound, right? Negative effects of inaction. So, for example, I shared with you some of the effects that you may face. So, somebody that has leaned into AI and some of the systems that we've discussed, they're going to have a strategic advantage over you very shortly. Yes, in the short term, they're going to be under a lot more stress. It's going to be, not as clear. And there's obviously risks with anything new. But I mean, versus what? Right? We could just stay where you're at. You certainly won't get any benefits for it, but you won't lose anything. Now let's take a look at the benefits of actual imperfect action, right? So how many of us learn directly through instructions? Let's be honest. How many of you actually learn through direct instruction? Anybody here really, really good in school? Right? When this teacher used to stand up and dictate to you how things were. Now, I'll tell you for sure, that's why I'm a contractor, right? I didn't like that. I learned almost everything entirely through mistakes and again, through a certain type of learning that I've been exposed to, mentors and stuff along those lines. But we learn through our mistakes, right? We learn through these things, and again, that's a benefit of imperfect action. Okay. Revenue generation, right? So by taking action, you're going to generate leads. You're going to make more sales. Moving forward, is it going to take a little more work? Yeah, absolutely. But I've given you guys the base point here where you have zero excuses for not increasing your sales. Like literally, I've given you all the tools, all the things that just work, bare basic bones. If you implemented those things, all right, you're going to receive the benefits of that. And that means increased sales. You would have to be really, really bad and not have listened to anything to not get a result from what I've shared today. And I hope that that value is clear for everybody here, and that this is motivating to actually take action. The next is building momentum, right? So consistent action, no matter how small, builds momentum, creates opportunity and further growth. Really, what I'm saying here is it's confidence. All right. When we have clarity and certainty, all right, that leads to confidence. When we have confidence, we take actions. Okay. My goal here was to provide some clarity, certainty, all right, to help you to build your confidence, to get over those, those negative thoughts or those limiting beliefs. All right. And now it's the time to take action. Okay. and we want to maintain our momentum. All right. Opportunity capture, acting quickly allows you to capitalize on opportunities, outpacing your competitors who may hesitate. Okay. So know this, you guys aren't alone, right? Your hesitation to jump in and do all of these things. I mean, most contractors are in the same boat, right? Most contractors have struggled with the exact same situation. The difference is you're not alone. Okay. And the difference is that you've been given at least something that works, is proven. It's a strategy that we know does produce results. Okay. So really you have no other excuse now to get out of your own way, remove the hesitation, and just take the action. Okay. Long-term gains. So imperfect action leads to learning, adaptation, and eventual success. Imperfect actions today is a pathway for tomorrow's optimized solutions. Easiest way I can explain this to you guys is it's a muscle. Okay. We're building a muscle. We're also leading our organization by taking immediate action. Okay. Once we have got a solution in place and we can calculate and know that this will move us forward at least 1 to 2 or 3%, maybe 15 to 20, the 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 courage to actually take the action is what leadership is, right? We have to be able to take the next step. We have to take the next multiple steps. But I want you guys to, again, take imperfect action. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right. What that's going to lead to is a buildup of your muscle. You're not going to be, it's not going to be as scary as it is now in the future. Okay. So examples of gained imperfect action. So an imperfect marketing campaign, maybe 15K in revenue, even with some mistakes, error and reinvestment. Let's say $1,000 in costs, right? Total net benefit of imperfect action, 14K, right? So again, how many leads are we going to generate? How much more new business is going to come into our world? So if we made the investment of 15K today, all right, even at a low end, let's say we develop maybe 10% more business, 15% more business over our expense. Are we not ahead or are we behind? We're obviously ahead.
Mm.
Okay. So, in our minds, oftentimes we put our limiting beliefs around cost and expense, but that's really just an excuse. Most of the time, I can easily say and comfortably say that guys stand to lose more money by staying where they're at, where it's safe, than they do by taking the risk of an investment. Okay. It's just numbers. Okay. The more and more you train your brain to think that way, all right, the easier and easier wins become. Okay. It's when we let our limiting beliefs get in the way of our judgment and we make silly mistakes like not marketing. Okay. By not marketing when we're slow. All right. And I see this all the time. Oh, I'm gonna cut my marketing budget. I'm slowing down. Does that make any sense?
Mm.
Right? Is that not shooting ourselves directly in the foot? Absolutely. But how do these decisions get made? Well, I'll tell you. The first one is you don't have good influence around you. All right. You're making these decisions from your gut and your feelings. Okay. The other thing I see a lot of is we get some success and then we go, holy shit, I'm going to put on the brakes. This is too much, too quick. Boom, I'm going to pull my marketing, not realizing that 3 months down the road, you're going to be back in the exact same boat and you're going to be disappointed that you lost your momentum. Okay. How's that happen? And again, we're all human beings. All right. We're all doing new things. I purposely put myself into positions where I'm uncomfortable and you should too. All right. Being uncomfortable is okay. Being unsure is okay. All right. But not taking action is not okay. All right. If you are here and you want to grow and you came to a revenue growth and you plan to do nothing after this, shame on you. Okay. If you are here and you were listening and you could take two things away from it over the last 5 days and put them into place and just do those two things, whether you're comfortable or not, just follow through, take the consistency action. I guarantee you the results. Okay. I guarantee you will get what the outcome that you want. And yet, where else can we apply that to? Where else can we use that in other thought processes that we have? Okay. Now, the other thing is inaction does not guarantee growth. And it has significant costs. So what are the costs of not taking action? What are the costs, right? So we want to think of the cost of growth, right? We shudder at that. Oh my God, I got to spend X, Y, and Z more money. All right. But what's the actual cost of not taking those actions? Okay. So if your company stays the exact same size that it is right now, and you do the exact same things, what's your projected? Is it where you want to be? No, of course not. Right. So if we calculated the cost of taking immediate action today, all right, let's just say that we risk $15,000. Okay. And let's say again, like I said, the worst case scenario, you grow by 20%. The worst case, let's say even 10%. Doing $1 million, you're now doing $1.1 million. Okay. Is that 15K worth $1.1 million? Absolutely. Right. I take that bet all day. I mean, in my business, we fight for 1, 2, or 3% improvement to our bottom line. That's huge for us. Okay. For guys that are starting out, you have a better advantage over me in terms of growth, in terms of big wins. All right. So again, you want to grow your business 10 to 15%. If you haven't been following up, if you don't have a marketing strategy, if you're not implementing at least 4 or 5 of the free 101 marketing strategies that I've given to you on these calls, all right, you're truly doing a disservice to yourself. Okay. That means your business isn't going to grow and there's an expense to inaction. Okay. That expense is going to be is fairly easy to calculate, right? Is there a loss in not growing a business? Absolutely. Absolutely, there is. Okay. Is there a loss when it becomes harder for you to acquire a customer when you let technology and other people develop in your market by not taking your piece of the pie? 100%. Okay. Is there a loss to not, generating more business out of the same customers by not coming back to them with new offers, by not thinking creatively about your offer? 100%. Okay. It costs 5 times as much to generate new business than it does to keep the business that you already have. Okay. How do we do that? Well, we've gone through those strategies. We've talked about it, right? We want to implement those things quickly. We want to be able to, again, maintain customers that we already have, give them the wow factor. Again, use systems to offer new things down the line, keep in touch with them, ask them for referrals and reviews. Okay. What's that going to lead to? More business, right? It's almost impossible. Even if you got one customer out of it, all right, and taking that action, is that not one more customer than you would have had? Absolutely, right? Again, what's the expense of doing nothing? Well, it's no new customers. It's more expensive to generate new customers. So again, you're almost shooting yourself in the foot. I hope that again, you guys are doing the calculations in your head, and I know this is on the very logical side of our brains, but it really does most often come down to that. What's stopping you from getting to where you want to go is in most cases you. All right. It's got nothing to do with the markets. It's got nothing to do with, the economy. It's got nothing to do with any of that. All right. Those are just limiting beliefs you've installed in your programming that tell you that I'm not sure. I'm scared. Okay, that's all it is. All right. I could prove to you that good businesses that follow good proven systems grow through recession. They grow through downturns. Why is that? It's because they're not scared. They're taking imperfect actions. They're taking actions towards their goals every single day. All right. And they continue to push that momentum. And when everybody else goes, oh, the economy's crashing, I'm going to shut down. I'm going to get small. All right. And to me, there's no excuse for getting small. All right. If you want to play small, you're going to get small rewards. All right. So this is an opportunity to really think about those habits and those behaviors that may have stopped you in the past. All right. And realize the benefits of being uncomfortable and taking action today, even if it's imperfect. All right. We've talked about it. I would, take imperfect action happening today 100 times over, calculated, thought out actions that are going to take a month, 2 months to implement, because the reality is they probably won't happen. Right. And even if they do happen, by the time that those results you get the benefits from those results, we're already 90 days down the road. Right. Meanwhile, the guy that started today, even, jumped on his community page and started taking, concise action. He's going to have already learned and implemented things 10 times more valuable than the guy that's going to wait. Okay. How does that make you feel? What's that encourage you guys to do? and who's taking action? That's what I want to know. All right. So I'm looking at a few faces here I'm going to call out. I want to get one action that you're planning to take from this whole conversation that we've had. So, Nick, give me one action that you are going to take immediately. What's one thing you're going to do that's going to change things, the course that your business is on?
Separate from the offer?
Mhm.
Separate from like doing all
No,
the
no,
offer?
you can use your offer. I mean, again, you've been doing the work through it. So if that's your action item and you've already taken the steps on it,
Well,
that's your
that's the one that kind of comes with it. Like,
Mhm,
obviously, I'm gonna do that. I'm working. I'm just emailing the guy from the finance it right now. Doing the offer. But
mhm.
also, one thing I want to do on top of that, like separate from that, is that thing that you said, like doing a like going on like Reddit and just having an account and just like chatting you guys in like the Facebook community. Just maybe
Mhm.
like I'll just put like once a day, just try to engage
Yeah,
in something like that to add to the like like the credibility of the business, something like that.
right. So that one 5 minute a day activity, just putting it on your phone and responding. I mean, what's the worst case scenario out of that?
I
No
get some
leads,
karma likes.
right? I don't know. That's the worst case. Now, the best case is you land a job.
Yeah, yeah,
All right. So risk to reward here. Pretty good, right? Not much of a risk. It's a 5 minute a day activity, right?
yeah, yeah. So
Now, again,
on
what do
top
you
of all this stuff, that's what I want to try to do now.
I love that. I love that. Trevor, what's one action item that you're going to take from all of this that you can implement today?
I am gonna start getting some content on social media.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, probably on FB and Instagram. For now, I don't do TikTok yet, I guess, but maybe down the road I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So again, the same conversation. What is the risk of that? Right? What's the risk?
I don't know if there really is any risk as long as you're, as long as it's clean and stuff, right? As long as
Right,
it's not
sure.
not untasteful and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I mean you're just not being an idiot, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So again, if you just jumped on and made one quick video and didn't really think about it, is that going to have any harm on your brand or your business?
No, I don't think so, right?
Okay.
As long as it's kind of legitimate.
Okay. What if two customers seen that same video and, reached out to you and you booked two calls from it,
I guess you're 2 for 2, so you're batting at 1,000, right?
right? That's 1,000% return.
Yeah. Well,
That's actually
almost right,
200%
except for
return.
yeah. I guess 2%. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, here's where we get at, right? Is what's stopping us, right? What stopped us in the past? Why haven't you already done this?
Um, Comfort levels, I guess, right?
Okay. So has your comfort level kept you in the same space that you're in right now?
It has, yeah.
Okay.
That's
So again, stepping outside that comfort level, I mean, you just communicated to me like there's nothing but reward really, right?
yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
So that's what I mean. Like that, I think we're all in some ways or another, even me myself, we're all stuck in that, potential things. We've all thought or procrastinated on doing something, right?
Yeah,
For
yeah,
sure.
that's right. Yeah,
Right. So now is our chance. Take action, right? Here's the
yeah,
thing. I want again everyone to feel the accountability of a community. So when you do take that action, I want you to post it on the group. We've been doing a great job. Everybody here has posted their offers. All right. The next step to this is post what you've done. Okay. And the community will support you. Right. We're going to get more
right.
momentum from that, right? Be able to help you with that content. Like again, lean on the people that are here to support you and watch your results, go up from there, right?
Yeah,
Make sense?
yep.
Okay. Johnny, give me
Hello.
one thing you're going to take immediate action on.
It's probably just taking action. Like I do overanalyze things
Hmm.
and try to understand things perfectly before taking action. And I just got to stop and start
For sure.
doing things and not waiting for the perfect time to do it or wait till I know everything or feel
For sure.
comfortable. So
And the truth is there is no perfect time. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I've never done anything where I felt it was 100% perfect. You know, I've gotten to the point where if I'm 80% sure something will work, I just do it. Right. And that's all I need. And
Yeah.
again, 80, 70%, like, and really it's just about weighing the consequence. What is the consequence of this in like action or no action, right?
Yeah.
And you know, it's pretty easy to talk yourself into it. Now, where we do need again support, and we definitely support you, is like when you do take action, right? It's okay to like put it out there. You put your offer out there, right? You got feedback on it. How
Yeah.
much more confident do you feel in your offer now?
Much better. And even just going through and doing that offer
Hmm.
and it just it what is it, the dopamine hit, just
Yep.
having something done at the end of it was
Hmm.
noticeable. So it's like,
Absolutely.
hey, I got something done. This is progress, and
That's
keep
right.
on going though now.
Right. It's real, right?
Yeah.
So, and again, recognize something, guys, here. Even when you guys were doing your apprenticeships, even when you're coming up, like we all learn through mistake. All right. So let's just say in the worst case, your offer flops. It's no good. The market doesn't want it. What have we learned? Well, we can cross that one off, right? Are we going to give up? No, probably not. We still have to make a good offer. So there's always opportunity and growth in that learning. All right. And there is no guarantees that everything will work out. All right. But again, versus doing nothing, all right, you're still back in the same place. Right. So again, I challenge you guys all and embrace the uncomfortableness. Embrace it. When at one time in your entire life have you done anything meaningful where it felt comfortable? Anybody? Like anybody have an example for me? Right? When you started your business, was that comfortable? Was that
No.
like you know? Of course not, right? Every decision we make, every step we make, every challenge we overcome is not comfortable. We're either forced to do it or we take action and we make it happen, right? Which side do you want to be on? All right. I'll promise you that there's very little less downside in taking imperfect action than there is in not taking action. All right. That's the epitome of being stuck in my mind. Right. And then even when things do fail, all right, the more you fail, the more that these things set back. I've failed way more than I've succeeded. I can assure you of that. I spent a whole decade failing. All right. And then one day it just clicked. All right. And now from all those failures, you know, I've been able to, you know, get to where I want to be and further than I ever imagined. Right. Even being here with you guys, like that's not something I could have imagined 5 years ago. That's not something in my wildest dreams I'd imagine. Right. So again, things change, right? And it's all about being able to step outside that comfort zone. And it's the muscle that you build in doing that. Right. It's the courage that it takes. It becomes more natural again, once you realize that there is no boogeyman on the other side, you know, it makes it so much easier to take things. And that's when you see explosive growth in companies, right? You see big changes start to happen. You see big, you know, improvements. And then it starts to come even naturally. It becomes even easier to do those things. I think Jonathan, are you there?
Oops. Yeah, yeah. I was saying
There you
yeah,
are.
but I was on mute. I don't know why my video is not working.
Ah, it's okay. That's
I
okay.
keep
We're
clicking
just
it, but nothing comes in.
all good. Tell me, like, what's one thing that you are prepared to take action on from, you know, the time you spent with us?
Oh, the CRM.
Okay.
It became my number one priority by far. The follow up. I need
Yep.
to do email campaigns and I get so
Awesome.
busy, I always forget. And when I follow up, it's 3 or 4 days later,
For,
and they've already talked to another contractor, if not two.
there's a couple $1 million on the table right there,
Yeah,
right?
I
Just
gotta
that alone,
research that.
right?
Yep.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, these are, you know, I picked these things for a reason, right? Most contractors fail to do them and then wonder why their sales are, you know, not growing. We just add that to it. I mean, it's in like there is no downside to following up, is there?
No, no,
No.
and I'm excited about it. Actually, I'm like, it's
Yeah.
something that I haven't done.
Hmm.
Should have been doing for a decade.
Okay.
So I'm excited to see where it goes.
Wow, that's pretty powerful. A whole decade you've known you should do it, but haven't had the ability, time, or courage to implement.
Exactly, or hire somebody to do it for me. Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
that's always the easier answer, right? And then if you
Yeah,
did have all that, what what would that empower you to do next?
Oh, it would empower me to get more business and to
Okay.
get out there more with the estimations and everything and following up. Well,
Right.
as they're following up with the CRM and everything else, and get it out there and get more jobs.
So you mean the consequence of taking imperfect action today is actually just growth in your company?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's a terrible scenario. I'm joking. I'm
Yep.
joking.
I agree. I
Right.
agree.
So I
A
mean,
light bulb
again,
went on. I love it.
not a lot of risk or downside to it, right? So I mean, ultimately you feel clear, you feel confident.
I do.
Awesome.
I
Awesome.
do.
Then I've delivered the value I promised.
You
So
have.
let's talk about again, a way to keep yourself accountable, not just today, not while we're just excited. This isn't a Tony Robbins conference. I'm more about the action and the trackable action after we have this discussion. I want to see every single person exceed here that spent the time with me and gone through this process. And the way you're going to do that, all right, the way you're going to repay me for my time that I've spent with you, all right, is by sharing your wins. Right. I want to see those wins. I want to see that you've taken these actions. And if you want the accountability, we've got that in the community as well. And that's going to lead to long-term growth, right? We're going to keep these things happening. All right. They're going to be positively reinforced. And that's how our little human brains work, right? It's risk and reward. So just on everybody watching on the stream, if you want to check out the Contractor AI, the accelerator program, the startup, we have a great deal on that. If you're interested, you can book a call or check us out. Again, let our results speak for themselves there. And if you are struggling with anything that you would like help for, we do actually implement full systems for you, all while helping you with the other areas of your business, such as strategy, pricing, HR. So we want to make sure that you guys get the help you need. We have our school community as well, where we have a ton of free knowledge, a ton of free information. I've been told that I give away more information than most coaching programs that are paid. Got that quite a few times. So, I mean, again, please take me up on the free resources that we share. And again, our mission's to help contractors no matter what, right? So, hope everybody's gotten some value from everything that I've shared here. And again, like I said, excited to see you guys take immediate, imperfect actions. Thanks for your time, guys.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Jay.
Jay. Thank you very much.
Bye.